always juggling 100 balls or so in the air, all at one time. The multitasker. Sometimes I drop a few. But don't worry, I diagnosed my problem when I read a scientific study that said we humans think an amazing 60,000 thoughts a day. But in this head, I realize in this mind, I think at least that many in under a minute. After self-diagnosis, Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I decided to medicate myself with meditation. Here's what I've learned so far while calming my crowded mind. Your future, my future, is now. Buddha said to know what will happen to you in the future, simply observe what you are doing now. This is a quote from his teachings on the principle of causality. Have you ever heard of it? Of course you have. You may refer to it as karma, or the Bible verse variation, you reap what you sow, or the old adage, what goes around comes around. The basic premise is cause and effect. Spiritual teachings of many faiths constantly remind us to be careful what we think, what we sow, and how we act. Why? Because there are consequences, effects. So I'm here today to ask you, what are you sowing for your future, because your future is now? The principle of causality is all about cause, what goes around, or what you sow. And effect, what comes around, and what you reap. But cause and effect is not just a religious or spiritual belief. It's a scientific fact, whether in the physical realm or in the mental realm. You see, we all know deep in here, as scientists can confirm, that our thoughts manifest actions, which manifest causes, which manifest effects, which manifest a chain reaction of cause and effect. Now, how do I know this? I'm taking a meditation class, and it's divided into two halves. In the first half, we sit quietly, stilling our minds, and then when we're finished calming our minds, we march around the room to a little bell, doing the same thing, leaving a trail of thoughts behind. Well, it was in the second half of one of these classes that I learned about the principle of causality, cause and effect. But what was funny was I learned something that I already knew, but never really gave any thought to. It's like that most of the time, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Well, what I discovered was all causes must have conditions. Let me repeat that. All causes must have conditions. Now, it was explained to us in this particular manner. An apple seed produces an apple tree, which produces an apple, which produces a seed to start the cycle all over again. However, before that seed can manifest into an apple, it has to be planted in the proper conditions. It has to have air, water, sunshine, and fertile soil in order for that seed to begin the cycle to start all over and over again to manifest into that apple. Now, we're like that ourselves. Our minds, our thoughts are like that. As you would hold an apple seed, you assuredly hold an apple. That apple seed's existence, its future, is already in existence because it can only become an apple. We can only become our future. Our future is already in existence if we shun half of those 60,000 thoughts a day and replace those with some positive seeds and some positive thoughts. Create the right conditions by working towards your goals. Now, I want you to think about this little scenario in this way. You are the cause. What you do create the conditions. Your future is the effect. And always remember, to know what will happen to you in the future, simply observe what you're doing now. Am I out of context now?